How are things going?
Things are going very, very well. We're getting settled here at the Riverside campus in order to do business as Tennova for the 6 hospitals in the East Tennessee area. Biggest thing that is the anticipation of renovating one of the medical office buildings here on this campus to have the entire business operations for Tennova and for other functions to be right here in the future. We hope to have anywhere between 200, 250 individuals for Tennova and for the business operation, for IS, for administration, for marketing, right here in the future to give some vibrancy to this campus.
What's it like coming into an organization, one that used to be Mercy and had a pretty good following here in the community, large employment presence? What's it like coming into an organization like that with a change like, hey, you're no longer Mercy, you're now Tennova? How do you do that?
Right. Well, slowly, with the medical staff, with the community that we serve, we educate. We're trying to get our feet on the ground pertaining to communication to all the medical staff members, really all the employees. We just got done a couple weeks ago of having our final employee forum at the 6th and remaining hospital. So we're trying to communicate that we're a for-profit entity that pays its local taxes, that has a lot of local autonomy pertaining to its decisions, and that we have a similar mission, as did Mercy, pertaining to faith-based care. So in all this, we continue to try to strive for the best quality care. We try to strive for good physician relations, great patient care, as well as making sure that our employees eventually feel we're the employer of choice in the area. So I think it's similar in a lot of respects, similar mission, but we are out to grow the market and to make sure our physicians are well equipped with the right equipment and our employees are very engaged and focused on what they're doing.
As the CEO, do you do anything consciously to try not to come in and kind of be that iron fist?
Oh, yeah.
I know some people say you need to wait at least 90 days before you change anything when you come into a company.
Well, our management style is one of communication and listening. Much like a foundation to a house, strategic planning can't happen before input. So we've been pen in hand, trying to write notes, listen, ask questions pertaining to where we need to go with this health system. Our management style is exactly that. However, we haven't had a lot of time in order to roll some things out that we're trying to do. We have to equip the institutions with proper capital. We've spent $7 million in the last couple months prior to January 1 on equipment renovations, on things that have been kind of backed up in the system. We've got that going now. $173 million in addition to that in the next 5 years. So timing has been such where we need to communicate who we are, what we're doing, but we haven't been able to wait. And our management style isn't brash, isn't in your face, isn't anything like that. It's mostly to listen to the people that were here prior to us, listen to the mistakes, listen where we need to go, and develop our strategic plan quickly pertaining to that.
You grew up in the Tricities, right?
Right, Bristol, Tennessee, right.
From birth to 18 there? Or take me through kind of your life path.
I grew up for the first couple years of my life in Norfolk, Virginia. My dad was an ex-hospital administrator in the public health service hospital system. Moved to Bristol in early junior high. My mom grew up in Bristol, Virginia. In fact, she was Bristol, Virginia High prom queen for, I think, the 18th year that high school was established. So getting back to roots for her, and my dad and my mom really had a good situation there. He was in private practice in medicine. I went to high school there and junior high, and they continue to remain there in Kingsport, Tennessee. So we've got friends, family still in that area. It's great to be in Knoxville, close to them in their elder years, in which I'm available to come and visit, have dinner, spend a weekend. It's been fantastic to do that.
What was appealing about this job? I know you were over in Nashville, right, before the Tennova.
Right, yeah.
What did you like about it?
Well, one was the availability to my parents, no doubt, to have them in Kingsport and to be here. I think I love Knoxville, I always have. I've been a University of Tennessee fan since 1974, in which Condridge Holloway was here and Larry Severs and the group. So I really enjoy just contact with Knoxville, contact with East Tennessee. I think East Tennessee is very special. It's very special people, very high family values. And it didn't hurt to have University of Tennessee here. So the availability that I had quickly was to drive from one home to another. I have a home now here in the downtown area of Knoxville. My wife's going back and forth. So it was very entertaining to have a quick transition to this area and to understand a few of the dynamics pertaining to the healthcare systems.
You're not a UT grad though, right?
No, I'm not. I should have been.
Where have you gone to school?
Went to Furman University in Greenville, South Carolina, and got my BA in business and economics there, and then got my graduate work done, a master's in healthcare administration at Tulane University in New Orleans.
Oh, okay.
But I've been here as CEO of several hospitals, CEO of a hospital in Carthage, Tennessee, Southern Tennessee Medical Center, in Winchester, Tennessee, and Emerald Hudson Hospital in Suwanee. So I've been here and understand the Tennessee Hospital Association, understand TennCare, understand a lot of the dynamics in which we compete.
What's kind of the next move for Tennova here in town?
Well, I think
Is that
it's
something you can share?
absolutely. It's to focus mainly on three things, and if those three things are done correctly, we'll succeed. One is to increase and continue, in a lot of respects, our relationships with our physicians. Huge relationship building is being done, and to go ahead and make sure that those stakeholders are included in any strategic planning, equipment purchases, and what we're going to look like in the future. Huge effort pertaining to our employees to communicate, to hire the right people, develop the right people, communicate to them. And then thirdly, but not least, is patient care. We need to be number one in patient care in the East Tennessee area, pertaining to what our Medicare patients think of us through HCAP scores or through core measures pertaining to how we provide that care and the processes that we have. If we stick to those three pillars or three legs of the stool, I think we'll be very successful here.
Does every healthcare organization use a different metric to determine patient satisfaction? I mean, when HMA comes in, do you guys have a whole other list that the Mercy folks that were here don't use, or how do you?
Well, health management out of Naples provides us internal mechanisms to gauge how well we're doing pertaining to our stakeholders, there's no doubt. Whether it's Press Ganey or other companies that we use, we provide that for concurrent review and information that we can use right now. The things that the matrices show us right now are all public information. Our HCAP scores are how our Medicare patients are looking at us, how they're feeling, we communicate, what types of care they give, how their physician is doing. It is all public information through the federal government. Core measures the same way. So a lot of the matrices that we're trying to hit are not only driven by the federal government and by insurances like Blue Cross, but they're public information, and it's very fair and an even playing ground for everyone.
I just didn't know culturally if that was yet another change, and as the head of the organization trying to implement that as well. And all.
Well, I think health management, what I've seen with them is very enjoyable. They let us loose pertaining to this market, pertaining to making sure that our skills are being well utilized. They're there for resources, they're there to give guidance, but in a lot of respects, Tennova is a local-based group of hospitals that work as a system. There's a lot of things that we have individual opportunities within those hospitals, but health management gives us every opportunity of taking care of our patients first, physicians, employees, the way that we would want to. All the administrative staffs are in place. They have a number of years experience. Some have a number of years experience with health management. Others, like myself, my management skills have come from CHS, Community Health Systems in Franklin, and HCA. So they've got a good blend of people that they've put together here in order to provide the best of care.
Was it your father that kind of got you interested in going the healthcare route? I mean, you said you were a business major as an undergrad.
Right.
What pushed you in the health administration direction?
No doubt. No, good question. It was probably my dad. Yeah, he was an MD. He's an internist by nature. Also is a cardiologist, and he ended up the latter part of his career running hospitals for the Public Health Service hospital. So I remember being in his office, being in the hospital, wandering the halls, with him, and enjoyed that life. Obviously, him being a physician, mom being a nurse, that they took care of the two most important things in a healthcare system. So I came up the rear as a hospital administrator. Enjoyed it thoroughly. Oh yeah, I enjoy working with people, working with resources in order to help things in any of the hospitals. Enjoy thoroughly recruitment of physicians and developing our employees and services the way they should be.
Tell me about your family. Your wife is still commuting, I'm assuming, back to Nashville, is that
Yeah,
right?
my wife is a vice president for a home health company there in Nashville that has several agencies around the country. So she travels some. She spends some time in Knoxville, some time in Middle Tennessee because of her position. We've got a place here in downtown Knoxville which I thoroughly enjoy. Outside of a few sirens at night, I think it's a great situation to delve into the community of Knoxville and the surrounding area just as much as any. We've got a daughter in Marquette, which is located in Milwaukee, Wisconsin, and she's a senior there. She's applying for graduate schools right now. Tennessee is right on the top of her list, and I'd love to have her here in East Tennessee with us. So small family, got father, mother still living in Kingsport, Tennessee, have a brother in Naples, Florida, ironically, where health management is, and he's a school teacher, and my sister is a professor with a college in Bristol, Tennessee.
Very cool. What else should I be asking?
Well, I think a couple things that we'd like to just relay to you, the Chamber, is that we're here to stay. We want to be highly involved in Chamber activities. For instance, I'm going to be soon registering for Leadership Knoxville and very much enjoying that part of the Chamber. I've been involved with Chambers wherever I've been. I was the president of the Chamber of Commerce in Winchester, Tennessee, and Franklin County, which I thoroughly enjoyed. So I think what you're going to see is normal people like myself enjoying the community, involved in the community at a very high stage. We're right in the middle of strategic planning. We're going to be giving our strategic plan to health management the middle of January. We're going to be conveying that as we go along to our medical staff and to our employees. So more to come on that. But again, we're going to run the hospitals. We're going to look at systemness as a system when we can. We're not going to ignore any individual opportunity at each of the hospitals to provide new services, new equipment, and to recruit certain physicians that we need to recruit individually at all the hospitals. So when the systemness can play out positively, we will, but we're not going to ignore any of the local needs of any of the hospitals. I think in addition to that, I think we're very excited about being here. I'm very excited personally about this position. We're very excited about getting more individuals here at the Riverside, the old Baptist Hospital, and we'd love to be able to get someone to develop this campus even more than that, and we're trying to do that. So more to come on all that. We're very excited about getting the right pieces of equipment for the hospitals and get them going. But all the facilities are well run currently, has outstanding medical staffs, and we're out to make it even better. So very excited about that opportunity currently.
I don't have any healthcare experience, so this might be a ridiculous question.
Oh no.
It sounds like transparency and that strategic plan with your physicians is a top priority.
Right.
Is that unusual in the industry? Is there typically a disconnect between the top level and top floor staff and those physicians kind of working with the patients?
It won't be for us, I'll guarantee that. But yeah, you need to make sure that input is just so valuable. Physicians utilize the facility more than I do, that's for sure. So they usually, if I get a group of physicians or individual relationships struck, they usually know the answers. They usually know exactly where we need to go. And it's imperative that our physician leadership councils that we've established on a monthly basis, each hospital has a PLC that we meet on a monthly basis with our local physicians to make sure that we're communicating with them and we're getting input from them all at the same time. So it's not going to be unusual for us to do all of that. Employees the same way. Some great ideas have come out of the employee forums. We've met with the group of nuns, the sisters of the old Mercy health system, health partners, in order to gain valuable knowledge. Meeting with them over lunch, meeting with them individually. I met individually with 2 of them just the other day to get feedback. They were the, I want to say, the co-authors of our every other week newsletter. They indicated that would be very helpful, especially in this transition and we took that opportunity to provide that. It's called Open Mic. It's not a self-promotion on my name, but it's called Open Mic, and we are very excited about just continually communicating with people about where we're going and what we see and asking for input.